Oh my goodness. Look at the size of this bag of Empties. I don't know if you can see me over my head's got shot. That is a lot of Empties. I must get a quick thumbnail. Oh flipping heck. If you watched my last video, I've got the same cup that I had in that video. And I was like, oh no, I can't show this on camera because you'll be able to see where it's from. Because it's from our favourite Indian, and I've just realised I've picked the same one. There's nothing quite like a good cup of tea. Hello! Hi there, welcome back, welcome if you're new. My name's Ellie and this is my wee little old school YouTube channel, can't get my words out, great, where I mostly talk about beauty, style, things like that, which is basically just an extension of my old school blog. If you're still a blog reader, 2022, I'm still a blog reader, I love blogs. Anywho, today I thought I would film a Beauty Empties video. I don't know what I'm going to title this yet. What do you call it? Beauty Empties, Empties review, whatever you call it. This is my absolutely ginormous Beauty Empties review. Every time I come round to one of these, I usually share them in a blog post on my blog. I just thought it'd be a nice idea to film it for a change today and put it on my main channel. But I always leave it until my bag of Empties is absolutely overflowing. This is currently the bag that I keep my Empties in. It's dying to death and all the paint seems to rub off and turn everything black, so I am actually, oh sugar, I'm gonna put that back down. That Empties bag is going to be retiring after this video. Forgive me if I've got a black ink all over my hands after that. Yes, so I thought I would transfer my Empties into this pretty little basket for this video. However, I'm just going to warn you now, this is only half of what's in the bag. Yes, I leave it till it's very full, don't I, my Empties. So this could be a long one, no surprise if you see my videos already on my vlogs, vlogging channel. I'll leave it linked down below. So yes, this is my Beauty Empties from skincare to body care to hair care. There is a little bit of everything in here. So I'm going to try my very best to run through it all. We'll see how far we get. I might have to split this into two parts, but nonetheless, here we go. Let me know if you like it in the comments below. I promise I will try and film shorter videos from here onwards. Right, no more waffle, let's get into it. Nice transition please, Ellie. I'm literally just going to dive into the basket as we go and see what comes out. I'm just going to try and make this really quick and snappy. So first up we've got the Body Shop Drops of Youth liquid peel, which is basically one of their exfoliators, and it's from the Drops of Youth collection, which is a beautiful, beautiful collection. At the time that Drops of Youth came about, I was probably about like 17, 18, 19, and I thought, well, maybe I'm a bit young, I don't really like, I don't know if it's necessarily anti-aging, but I didn't really think it was aimed at me. When I went to the first Body Shop bloggers event, they tried some of the Drops of Youth range on me, and they actually recommended this to me as a gentle exfoliant. That's when I had the skin consultation with the beauty consultant there, and I actually shared all of that and recorded that beautiful event in a little blog post, which was my first ever bloggers event, the Body Shop Liverpool one event, something like that, but it's on my blog. I can always link that down below. And for my skin type, so I'm more on the drier side, I'm acne prone. Personally, I'd be tempted to say that I'm a little bit combination because I do find when I wear makeup, my skin does get a little bit oily. But yeah, mainly I'm dry, I'm sensitive, and I am acne prone. And they recommended the Drops of Youth liquid peel as exfoliant for me. This has been a dream. I was really sad when this finished. It is such a cool product. So I remember a little while back, me and my mum went into the Body Shop and we tried the vitamin C liquid peel, and the girls in the store were saying, oh, it's just magic because if you rub it in, it kind of like lifts up the dead skin cells. It like, I don't know if it's the acids in it, it just kind of lifts it and it balls them up and it totally like resurfaces your skin. I'm probably not being professionally accurate in how the ingredients and the products actually work, but it was just magic, like just watching, I believe it is the dead skin, and it just kind of like pills up and boils. That's horrible. It just kind of it pills up and kind of lifts, but it is really fascinating, and this does that too, but in a very gentle way, and it just leaves you with the most smoothest, delicate complexion. This is phenomenal, and being acne prone, I try and use an exfoliant regularly in my skincare to keep on top of dead skin cells, lifting them up and getting rid of them to reduce the risk of blocking my pores. So yeah, a little bit on the pricier side. It does last a while. It's really easy to use because I think, let me have a look. Yeah, you apply this onto dry skin. You don't have to have a wet face before you apply that. Actually, it says apply to dry skin, and I've tried it both ways, and the way it says is the best way to apply it. It's dead easy. You just massage it in and rinse it off, so it's even less fuss than some of your classic exfoliants, which I'll talk about further in a minute. Whoa, this one's gone crazy on the bottom. Can you see that? Oh my goodness, that's madness. What has gone on there? Okay, next up is the Lush American Cream Shower Gel. Oh, I have wanted to try this for years, and when I got it for my birthday, very kindly off my mum, thank you mum, she very much surprised me with this. What did this smell like? It was beautiful. I'm trying to think of how to describe it then. If you haven't smelt this in Lush, the only way I could describe this is, okay, firstly, what maybe not a lot of people, because it's not as well known, but Away, I use one of their, I think it's Silk and Smooth hair masks. It smells ever so slightly like that, but for those of you who haven't used the Away products, basically it just smells like marshmallowy goodness and not too sweet. It's like a creamy, delicate marshmallow-like smell. It's like a beautiful pink consistency as well, like Teletubby custard. That's the only way I could think of describing that then. But it's gorgeous. It's, yeah, creamy, a creamy, delicate strawberry marshmallow-like scent. It's everything I love. It's lovely on the skin. It lathers. I don't know which way to say that really. It lathers, soaps up really nicely, and it doesn't dry out the skin. It actually leaves you feeling quite nourished. So yeah, that was a dream to use, and I would 100% purchase that again. You know when you just like find a shower gel and you're like, this is a treat shower gel, and like I want to come back to it for special like occasions or like to treat yourself. That is definitely one of them. It makes me very happy. So next up we've got the Only Good micellar water. This is one of the micellar waters from Holland and Barrett. So recently they stocked the brand Only Good. I found it on Holland and Barrett on their website. I'd never heard of it before, so I really like Holland and Barrett for beauty things, because obviously they have a big focus on like clean and natural beauty, but also like cruelty free and vegan beauty, which just makes it so much easier shopping around for me, because that's what I look for. Now I was highly impressed by this. I've tried a couple of their other products, and again I have been highly impressed. This is lovely. In the world of cruelty free and vegan micellar waters, the choice I personally think out there and in the UK is very limited. There's not really many to try. This is definitely one of the better ones. I have yet to find a cruelty-free and vegan micellar water that really does match like Bioderma and the Garnier micellar water, a classic, but this has pretty decent power. Did it smell like, because I don't want to get this mixed up with the Sukin one, because that is also one I've tried and purchased from Holland & Barrett as well. Yeah, it has, do you know what, it's a very gentle, a very light herbally scent, but when I say herbally, don't be scared, it's not like a strong product at all. I want to call this like, not creamy, it's just very gentle, and it's in no way overpowering. I think if you tried the Sukin one, you may or may not have. That smells herby, is that the right word? Like apocotherapy? I don't know. But that's got definitely more vanilla notes to it, whereas this is just very gentle. It says it's called the Purifier, and it contains coconut, chamomile and geranium. So like there's plenty things, and then you get a bit of the creaminess from the coconut. It is pretty decent. It's not quite as powerful as the Garnier and like Bioderma, but I'm yet to find a vegan and cruelty-free micellar water that is, but it is not far off. You don't have to do a lot of scrubbing to your eyes, you just have to, you know, let it rest on there for a while, a little bit of encouragement. But yeah, for cruelty-free and vegan micellar waters, this is up there. I've already repurchased it a few times and I would definitely go back to it. If you're looking for a cruelty-free and vegan micellar water, the Good Company micellar water, the Purifier, is wonderful. Doesn't aggravate my acne prone skin and doesn't dry out, doesn't sting, very gentle, so top box. Okay, next up, I can't believe I finished this because of how long I have had it. It is Philosophy Cinnamon Buns Shower Gel and Bubble Bath. I think it's one of those like versatile products, yeah. Oh, shampoo, shower gel and bubble bath, so you can pretty much use it for anything. As you might have guessed, I probably have had this way too long. Philosophy, to my knowledge, I have never looked actually, but I don't think they're cruelty free. I don't think they're vegan. I purchased this before I went vegan, which is quite some time ago if you know me in person. But I have to give my hats off to it. It has lasted very, very well. This has been like my special bubble bath. I have reserved this probably for bubble baths the whole time I've had it because it is just so beautiful. It smells like a Christmas cinnamon bun. Yeah, it is just cinnamon bun goodness. Like, just imagine going to like your favourite coffee shop and getting a sticky iced cinnamon bun and just the smell of it when you're about to like take a bite. That is this in a bottle, and the scent is just, it's so good and so powerful. It really does make your bath smell like that. It's not just one of these bubble baths that you just whiff it and like, oh, that smells nice in the bottle, and you can't smell it when you put it in the bath. You really do. So relaxing. Again, bubble-tastic. It makes loads of bubbles. This has been a true joy and pleasure to use. I will have to look into Philosophy because I've not gone back to them in a while since going vegan and cruelty free, and see what the situation is, but they're not as big as they used to be. I remember these were all the rage back in like, God, maybe we're talking like 8 years ago now. Where does the time go? But yeah, I'm so sad this is finished. This is a dream. And Philosophy, if you're not cruelty free, please go cruelty free because your products are beautiful. And if you could go vegan as well, that would be grand. So yeah, lovely. Next up is another brand I found through Holland & Barrett, and that is Q&A. Or did I? Maybe I saw them on Instagram first, but I definitely got this from Holland & Barrett. So this is the Chamomile Night Cream. Again, this is just a new different night cream I wanted to try. I think when I was talking about the Good Company, I was actually thinking about this night cream. I would say Q&A are on the same level as the Good Company. Products are amazing, and the ones that I've tried, they really do what they say on the tin. Cruelty free. I don't know if they're 100% vegan. I think they might be. I'll have to double check that. But again, they focus on more affordable, and I think they try to focus on cleaner beauty. I don't know if they're the most perfect natural beauty company, but I think they try and cut the nonsense out of their products. Like the Good Company, price range, even more so Q&A, phenomenal, very affordable. So the Chamomile Night Cream, if I remember rightly, yeah, this has been in my Empties bag for a while, but if I remember rightly, this definitely smelled like, I'm sure it smelled like licorice. Not super strong, but it was there, the scent. So maybe if you're not a licorice fan, you might not like this. But I really like the scent of it, and it just felt really calming. There was like little hints of lavender, but very understated in it as well. On the skin, it was just beautiful, silky smooth, but a thick cream, and it had, and I've talked about this in blog posts before, it had that really nice lipidy, like that fatty kind of feel to it that makes a really nice barrier on your skin, on your dermis. Have I said that right? Yeah, on your dermis. But it doesn't feel greasy, and it just feels like, one, it locks in the moisture, while two, it nourishes. Didn't irritate my skin, didn't block my pores. My acne actually felt quite calm while I used this, and it really helped any dry patches, my dry skin. It really contributed to a good balance for my skin, I think, and when I used this, my skin just seemed so happy in the morning, so happy at night when I put it on, and then so happy in the morning, and yeah, my acne just seemed calm. So of course it's a night cream and it's not aimed at acne, but one, it didn't aggravate my acne, and two, it gave my skin a calming balance that actually just helped to calm and definitely bring down the redness. So yeah, I forgot about that one, and I would happily try that again. So yeah, a little gem there, Q&A, another one for you cruelty-free and vegan guys. I would definitely recommend. The dent is not that big in the basket, but I need to go and clear some space on my SD card, so I'll be right back. I'm also going to hoover up these coffee beans. The next one is the Body Shop Kindness and Pears Body Yogurt. This is one I got from the second Body Shop event I went to, which was last Christmas for the reopening of their new store, their more zero waste, eco-friendly store, and that blog post is to come. Hang on, I think it will definitely have already come before this goes up. It needs to. I'm catching up on content. Nevertheless, but yeah, I said this in the post, I think I said this in another video I filmed as well, all their Christmas scents this Christmas just gone were just so unique, like things that you've not smelt before, really lovely and festive though still, so I had to treat myself to one thing of like each scent. So for the Kindness and Pears, I went for the body yogurt. I've never tried the Body Shop's body yogurts before. I am through and through a body butter girl, especially the Body Shop body butters. I just think they're phenomenal. I love the intense hydration, and like I've said with other skincare products, I just love those creams that have got that buttery kind of lipidy feeling. For my skin, it makes it really happy and makes a nice nourishing barrier. So I was always a bit sceptical about the body yogurts because I don't mind feeling a bit balmy and creamy after putting a body lotion on. I actually quite like that because I feel nourished, and I thought these would just kind of like absorb really quickly into nothing and you wouldn't really feel it. It would be more for people who wanted to nourish their skin and like help their dry skin, but that absorbs quickly and they don't feel it. So I didn't think it was going to be for me. It does say fast absorbing 48-hour hydration for normal skin, and I must say it is definitely fast absorbing, but it's magic, because I thought when it's fast absorbing it would just disappear, but nevertheless once you put it on, I can't even explain, it absorbs but you still feel nourished and you feel like it's still working. It's magic. So I don't know how you do it, Body Shop, but your body yogurts are magical. You do still feel the nourishment of them, they don't disappear completely after using, but if you're somebody who doesn't like that feeling of having like a body butter or a body cream or lotion on, you will hands down love the Body Shop body yogurts, I believe. And yeah, it will work well. It's worked wonders on my dry skin. But yeah, and the Kindness and Pear scent was just so gorgeous. It's just so nice. It's bright and jolly and festive. That's the only way I can describe it, and it's not too like cinnamony or spicy, which you can get with a lot of Christmas scents. So I thoroughly enjoyed that over the Christmas period. That was really lovely. Next up is the Soap and Glory Clean on Me Hydrating Body Wash. This is a recent empty, this one. I actually bought this for over the festive period, like I was saying with the Lush American Cream Shower Gel. Sometimes you just want to treat yourself to like a treat shower gel, something that's really nice and pleasant to use in the shower, like a little treat. And this is definitely one of them. I decided to go for the Clean on Me because it's just the classic old school Soap and Glory scent, and I wanted to like have that over Christmas. I have such happy memories of this scent. Like, it takes me right back to when I started blogging, when I first discovered blogs, first started getting into like the beauty scene and all that. So yeah, it just makes me really happy, this smell, and I wanted that this Christmas, and it's been a joy to use. Soap and Glory shower gels, only slightly more on the pricey side. I say slightly because I don't think they're bad. You get 500 mils in a bottle and they last ages. This has hands down lasted me at least 2 months. You barely need to use any to lather up. Doesn't dry out the skin, leaves my skin happy. Not as like, doesn't leave like a balmy like layer that some other more moisturising shower gels and shower creams might do, but it doesn't dry out and it does leave my skin feeling happy and not dry, looked after. So yeah, 10 out of 10, an all-time favourite. There is no shadow of a doubt I probably will repurchase this again and multiple times in my life because it's just lovely. Next up is another Body Shop pick. Oh my goodness, this was a dream, and it is the Vanilla Pumpkin Body Butter. For years, I cannot tell you, for years I have wanted to try the Vanilla Pumpkin range, and over the last couple of years the Body Shop has worked, well, in my eyes, to make so many more of their products vegan, because obviously they're cruelty free and that's their whole ethos. And finally all the body butters have gone vegan. I'm so happy. And the Vanilla Pumpkin range, so many of the options are vegan. Just be careful because some things like the shower cream or shower gel does have honey in, so if you're somebody who doesn't use honey, just a side note there. But it was everything I dreamed of. The scent, oh, let me whiff it again. Oh, it smells like, the only way I can describe it to you is a fondant fancy, or like a Mr. Kipling French fancy, but like a pumpkin one. Obviously because I'm vegan, I've never had them, but if they do exist, that's how I'd imagine it to smell. Like all their body butters, it's creamy, it's fatty and buttery, and it just feels like you're just slathering yourself and your skin with buttery, nourishing goodness, and you feel encapsulated in like a capsule of vitamin E. It's beautiful. It doesn't feel greasy, but you do feel it, as with all the body butters in my opinion, on your skin throughout the day, and it lasts throughout the day, and the scent lasts throughout the day. It lasts. So if you like to feel your body butter on, feel it nourishing, feel that nice creamy buttery barrier from it, and you love your scents and you love them to last all day, you would be obsessed, I think, with all the Body Shop body butters. But yes, Vanilla Pumpkin, probably going to get some more of that this October because it's just delicious. So yes, I would highly recommend them. Can't wait to try more of the Vanilla Pumpkin range too. Next up is, again, another vegan and cruelty-free micellar water, and it is the Flawless Professional Vegan Beauty aloe and lavender micellar water. Now this one truly is a clean, well, in my eyes, a clean beauty and zero waste product, or minimal waste, more waste conscious. I actually purchased this from one of our local zero waste shops here in the northwest. So again, supporting a small business, which is wonderful and felt great. I'd never heard of the brand Flawless before, so I was really excited to try it, especially, as I said, being a micellar water, because there aren't that many cruelty-free and vegan micellar water options out there. This was lovely, and it really is true to its name. It was like a water, very gentle. It does say lavender, I have just read that. Yeah, you really get the lavender scent in there. I wouldn't say them, like some lavender products I've tried in the past, it's not a harsh lavender scent. It's prominent and it's noticeable, but it's calming. Like, it's very, you put it on and you're like, oh, I feel sleepy. This is beautiful. So if you're into that in your skincare, like, the whole experience about it, especially like your nighttime skincare routine, and it being soothing and calming and making you feel sleepy, or maybe you just want things that are going to help if you, I don't know if this would help, but lavender's meant to be quite calming, so if that's something you find like you need in your evening routine, help you relax to sleep, I would highly recommend this. Even like if you're watching this and you don't look for things that are cruelty free or vegan, and that goes for everything. My opinions are still the same regardless. I would highly recommend trying this because it's just a beautiful experience to use. It was really gentle, definitely not as powerful on the eye makeup. I think that was the only letdown, and I did find that I had to do a bit more, I say scrubbing. I try not to scrub on my eyes because your skin is so delicate there. So yeah, this was a joy to use, but not as powerful as others, not as powerful as Good On You. But it was really good to try another vegan and cruelty-free micellar water. So yeah, do you know what I would say? If you like your lavenders and your calming skincare, if you don't wear heavy makeup, you just want something to you just wear SPF in the day, to take that off before cleansing, I would very much recommend this. For heavy duty makeup, maybe not so, but for a light pre-cleanse or first cleanse, yes, I would recommend that one. And glass bottle, so perfect, refillable and recyclable. Next up is a deodorant, and this is the Cutis natural deodorant in lavender and geranium. This one I purchased from a zero waste store online from the UK, and they have a bit of a bigger range of things. I'd never heard of Cutis. I think it's Cutis, the brand. Never heard of it before. Always on the hunt for natural, cruelty-free and vegan deodorants, because it is such a hard market to hit, and finding ones that match up to my old antiperspirants that I used to use before I delved into clean and natural beauty, more so because I'm not perfect, I just try to. It's really hard to meet that mark, and that's fair enough, because the way that more harsher, I don't know if that's the right word, but chemically deodorants work, is no surprise that more natural ones don't as easily live up to their standards. I'm not explaining this very well, because they just let your body be and do its own thing, but try and mask the odour rather than being a harsh chemically toxic. I don't know if that's the right word to use, because I don't know if they are toxic, and there maybe is still things in natural products that might still be toxic, but that I guess tend to block your pores or stop you from perspiring. Don't quote me, because I don't know if that's right. However, out of all the natural deodorants I have tried, the Cutis ones are up there, and this is now my holy grail deodorant. It works really well at masking odour. The scents are lovely. They don't fade throughout the day, but more importantly, or as well as that, they don't change when you perspire. They don't give this is going to sound a bit gross, but that kind of their scent and a bit of a sweat smell. They keep their scent, and it doesn't go weird or funky. You do perspire a little bit, but the idea is, it tends to keep me, I don't feel as perspiring, as I would without a deodorant on. But you do obviously perspire a little bit, because that's, I guess, how it works. The heat releases the natural oils. I don't know if I'm perfectly correct, but obviously it's definitely more controlled than if I didn't wear a deodorant. And yeah, I don't feel stinky when I wear this. I have to say, as with all natural deodorants, if I was going to run a marathon in them, they're not hardcore, and you're going to sweat a bit if you ran a marathon. I went out the other weekend to a party and danced a lot, shall we say, and I was a bit oh god, I need a top up of a normal deodorant. So in extreme circumstances, it's just natural. It's the way armpits work, and that's life. But every day, even to the days that you're rushing around, Cutis, your number one deodorant, it doesn't fail me. It does the job, keeps me drier, still a little bit balmy underarm, but I don't feel smelly. So yeah, you can't really fault a deodorant if it's doing that. So I would definitely check these out if you're looking to try more natural deodorants. Cutis, I think you'd really like that. Also, fully cardboard packaging. That's why I was spinning it around, because it's just a little pop push-up thing. So yeah, that is completely and utterly recyclable. I was going to make this into a two-parter, but I think it's going to have to be a four-parter the way we're going. Next up is the Q&A Seaweed Peptide Eye Gel. When I purchased this one, I think I was doing a little skincare haul on Holland & Barrett. Where you try and get a few things to get a good offer, free delivery and that, and I needed a new eye cream. I must say, when I saw it, I wasn't really swayed by it, one because it's a gel and two because it was like seaweed peptide. And I thought that it was like really aimed at like tightening and anti-aging. It says on the products it helps to soothe while boosting new collagen levels in the skin. Peptides are the essential building blocks of protein in the skin. This peptide is synthesised from seaweed amino acids as an essential wrinkle-reducing active ingredient. This formula is supported by organic aloe vera, known for its calming properties. So I just thought it wouldn't be that intense on my under eyes. For me, I'd like to think I'm still only young, and my eyes aren't too bad. Nobody's eyes are bad, but I don't feel the need for like anti-wrinkle. I just like to have something that's really nourishing and moisturising on my delicate eye skin and under my eyes. So yeah, it was, as eye creams go, it was alrighty. It didn't dry me out. It didn't leave me with that nice little though, like kind of balmy feeling under eye, like that nourishing feeling that I like in an eye cream. As I say, I tend to prefer the more moisturising ones, but it didn't irritate me. Didn't dry me out. I'd say it was probably just average, but not bad. But if you're somebody who does like a really good absorbing under eye cream, and I can't speak for myself, but maybe that does help with kind of firming under the eye and the look and tightening, this might be one to try because it does absorb very well and just kind of feels put together. That's the only way I can describe it when you pop it on. And it's not like super intense or scary. So yeah, if you're in the market for like an anti-wrinkle or a more kind of firming eye cream, I would really recommend this. But for me, in terms of like just a really hydrating and nourishing eye cream, I probably won't go back to it. So yeah, that was just one to try and give it a go. Next up, this is a little bit of a lie because as you can see, this actually isn't empty. This is the MUA Ultra Fine Loose Setting Powder, mattifying loose setting powder in the shade Translucent. Now this, up until recently, was in my collection and I was using it. However, I used it a few times recently, and when I did my makeup a few months ago, I actually got some comments on how pale I looked. And I kind of was, well, at first I was like, I felt rubbish. I was like, oh my god, my makeup looks awful, I feel like poo. Not that being pale is bad, but like, yeah, I was like, oh, I don't feel happy about my makeup, and that's not good. You're meant to do things that make you happy and you enjoy. And then one day I was like, right, I'm gonna pop a bit of powder on. I have used this since and like it's been alright, but one day I popped it on and I was like, do you know what? I think it's the powder. It looks very yellowy in the pot. It's more yellow tones, definitely, but to my surprise, because I never would have believed it because it is more yellow tones, I think this was making me look like ultra pale. Now I am ultra pale, usually I struggle to find shades that match me, but these days shade ranges are so much better and there's so much more out there, which is brilliant. But I started to realise that I think this is actually too pale for me and it just kind of washes me out. In terms of a powder though, it's brilliant. Staying power, pretty decent. Does it offer a little bit of coverage? Maybe a little bit. It is translucent though, so to note, if you really are looking for a truly translucent powder, I think this does have a little bit of coverage and it is a little bit more yellowy tinted. So just like a point if that's, you know, a powder that you're looking at purchasing. So yeah, I just decided, you know what, I think this is actually washing me out quite a lot and the colour is not quite right, so I'm gonna let it go. So powder performance, 10 out of 10. Shade, and is it truly translucent? Nah. So I think I'm going to try some new ones, but I can't deny it has served me well and there's been occasions where it has looked really nice, so it's been a bit of a hit and miss, that one for me. So yeah, I liked it. Oh, it was a love-hate one. Next up, again, not a true empty. This is Philosophy the Great Mystery Face Mask. Now, the reason that this is not completely empty is, as I said with the other Philosophy Cinnamon Buns Bubble Bath, is because I have had this way too long, and especially being a product that you apply on your face, I was like, it's probably really bad for me to keep using this. So you get 142 grams of product. in this bottle of face mask, or even if they still make it anymore. And can I just say, I probably don't do a face mask as often as I should. I'm definitely better these days though at looking after my skin again. But nonetheless, this lasts ages. So again, philosophy used to be, back in the day, a little bit more on the pricey side. I don't know about now, but I think it's well worth the price point for how long the product lasts. I actually never got all the way through it. It has got a beautifully, and I would say intenser, lavender scent to it. And when I used to apply this, I don't think it's marketed as this, I'm not sure, but it really gives that like warming effect, which is magical, so beautiful and so relaxing. So yeah, all the times I used this, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It applies, it's almost like, I want to say soapy, but that's not right. You know when you really lather up a soap and it gets quite thick? That's kind of like how it applies. It's very much a gel face mask, I'd say, but it does dry down. And from what I can remember, it did do a really good job at just kind of like calming. I'd say it's more of a relaxing face mask with calming properties for your skin then. So yeah, the Philosophy face mask, I really enjoyed my time using it. Beautiful for nice, a calming like skincare session. Did used to calm my skin, didn't aggravate my acne, didn't dry me out. A lovely all-round face mask, but again, I don't think Philosophy is vegan and cruelty-free, so unfortunately I can't use them anymore. Light is fading fast. This is definitely going to be a two-parter, I can tell you that right now. Every time I leave my Empties too long. Next up is another Soap and Glory shower gel, and oh, this is Cleaner Colada. I had such a blast using this. Did I get this for the summer? I'm trying to think. I can't remember why I got this. Again, wanted to treat myself to a nice shower gel. But again, amazing value for money. I think they all are, hands down. Although the Soap and Glory shower gels are a little bit more expensive, again, no matter which scent it is, they all last phenomenally well. I think I got this for the summertime, obviously being Cleaner Colada. Can't remember if I got it for like going away or not. Went to like London, no, little beach holiday, little beach trip. I can't remember. Anyhow, it does smell like a pina colada and like a little bit perfumey, but it's very much is pina colada. It's beautiful. It's just like the essence of summer in a shower gel. Are you body hydrating body wash, a moisturising and refreshing blend with coconut, fruit and green tea extracts for an invigorating bathroom experience. Yeah, it was hydrating as well. Nice and creamy, a little bit more hydrating than the classic Clean On Me, I'd say. So yeah, it was just a summery dream in a bottle. I would 10 out of 10 repurchase that one. Next up, gosh, this must have been in here ages. This is the Away Thermal Stress Protector. This is the heat protectant from the brand Away. I was introduced to Away by my hairdresser, Kat. She is a vegan and cruelty-free hairdresser, and her whole salon is cruelty-free and vegan, and she uses Away products, and she's also very waste conscious. She has a waste conscious salon, and that is exactly what Away are. Again, comes in a glass bottle, refillable. When this paired with Kat's Magic, because she is magic, and the products she has used from Away on me before and that I have purchased myself and used on myself also appear to be like pure magic. With all that great experience, I thought I would give their heat protection again. So yeah, I've just picked this one up to try. It's quite a wet heat protectant. It's a spray. It's not necessarily a fine mist. It is more of a direct. I don't know what the word is. Spritz. That's the one. So it does. I found it would leave my hair quite wet, but at the same time that would really prompt me to make sure I'm working it through my lengths with my comb to spread it nice and evenly. I must say though, and I don't know if yourself watching this have ever had this, but some heat protectants can leave that kind of sticky feeling to your hands. This did this, and sometimes it would like, my hair would feel a little slightly a bit crunchy when I'd use it. My hair would have a lovely shine, and it seemed well protected, as you can see. I struggle with frizz, but yeah, I did seem to look after my hair. I try to avoid heat on my hair, but I use it most of all on my fringe to style it. I try not to as much as I can, but that is mainly what I use heat for, is styling my fringe, and it seemed well protected. But yeah, I don't want to say disappointed, because away is magic, and you know, every once in a while you get those beauty brands that just, they know what they're doing, they do it well, they know their audience, and their products work. They do what they say on the tin, and they're flipping magic. That is away. Honestly, their products are amazing. It's definitely more on the pricier side, but for a vegan and cruelty-free hair care brand, they are phenomenal. And again, that's quite hard to come by, hair care, vegan and cruelty-free hair care. So yeah, I don't want to say disappointed, but I mean, maybe the fact that it was a bit of a wetter heat protectant is good in the sense that it made sure you were really working it through your lengths to protect your hair more and get better coverage. But for me, it just wasn't for me at the time. I don't know. I might try this one again, so I'm going to hold on to the bottle. You never know. But yeah, I like the idea that, I guess maybe because it's more of a wetter heat protectant, it really prompts you to work it through your lengths. So it did protect my hair, I must say, but it just had a little bit of a sticky feel and left my hair feeling a little bit crunchy sometimes. So yeah, I'm undecided on that one. I might try it in the future. Next up, oh my gosh, this also is not an empty. I don't know how long I have had this. This is definitely not vegan and cruelty free, and I've definitely had it way before I went vegan. It's the L'Oreal Studio line #TXT texture styling volume supersizing spray. Oh my gosh, that was a mouthful of a title, wasn't it? I remember, oh my gosh, I've had this for years. I remember when I picked this up on Boots, I was getting hair care products, and it was like a 3 for 2, and I just had to pick something to make up the offer. I spent so long trying to pick something. God bless, I think I went with my dad. I don't know why, but that was very kind of him. I must have been in town, I don't know. And God bless him, he waited a small while I tried to pick something on my 3 for 2 hair care offer in Boots, and I ended up going with this. I was a little bit apprehensive with it because it's not a product that I tend to use or something I would go for, even back in the day, the texturising kind of salty beachy waves, volumey. But I'd seen Zoe Sugg talk about it in one of her favourites videos, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to give it a go. So it's not actually empty. I'd say it's half used, half or 3/4 used. I used it a bit, and it did kind of give that scrunchy, volumey kind of look. It was really good. It had a really good hold to it, but I won't lie, it did just feel, again, a bit sticky, and I don't like that in my hair kind of products. It just kind of made my hair feel a bit sticky and crunchy and hard, but it did its job. It volumized, and it held well. Yeah, I've got to give it, it does what it says it aims to do. I just didn't like the feel of it in my hair, and yeah, it was a bit sticky, and I just didn't feel like it was doing my hair any good, so I didn't end up using it that much. So it does what it says, but I didn't like how it felt on my hair, and I was a bit worried that it was doing it more harm than good. Obviously L'Oreal isn't vegan and cruelty free, so it's not one I'd repurchase. But if you're not, and that's products you're looking at, yeah, my views personally, it did its job well, it held well, but I didn't like the sticky feel to it. Next up, you can see I've really scraped every bit out of this. It's the Aloe Pura Organic Aloe Vera Sun Lotion SPF 50. This is my holy grail, or one of my holy grail, cruelty-free and vegan SPFs. Found this on Holland & Barrett. I use this as my body SPF. However, over the last summer, I did tend to use this as a top-up on my face. Didn't block my pores, didn't aggravate my acne. A little bit heavier than my Tropic SPF I use, which is actually a body one, but I use it as a facial one. So it did have if you want to use this on your face, it does have a little bit more of a greasier feel, so just to be warned. But as I said, I did use this as top-ups on my face last summer just gone, and it bowed quite well. The skin didn't aggravate my acne, and it made me a happy bunny and kept me well protected. And so yeah, when I use this on my body, because this really is my cruelty-free and vegan body SPF of choice, it does just that, protects me really well. It's, oh my gosh, it's so nourishing. Like, I like to still use a body moisturiser just because I like to indulge in and look after my skin, but this is beautiful. It doesn't dry out, it just lives on your skin. It leaves a very lovely moisturised barrier, and although it's, do you know what, I wouldn't say it's thick. You do feel it when you put it on, but magically it soaks in very, very well, and this does not leave you feeling greasy. I can hands down say that. My friend over the summer, who also came round, and we spent many a sunny day together in that little heat wave we had, also borrowed this, and she said exactly that. She loved it so much, and she's not necessarily cruelty-free and vegan, but she loved this so much and how well it absorbed, she went away and got one for herself because she was so obsessed with it. So now we're both hooked on it, probably for life. So yeah, even if you're not cruelty-free and vegan or about clean beauty, this is one of the best SPFs in the world in my books. Body SPF can be used on the face and it doesn't upset my acne. Not greasy in any way, shape or form, but just be careful with it on your skin because it can kind of, on your face, on your face, because it's right by your hair, obviously it might get into your hair and make it a little bit greasy. As with any SPFs, let's say that on design for your face, yeah, it works well on the face, but yeah, it's still a little bit bigger. I'm waffling on, but yeah, amazing. You should all buy this. If you watch this video and you think you should purchase one thing, it's this. Go and buy it. Okay, next up was a beautiful birthday gift from my friend, and that is the Elf Super Hydrate moisturiser. A moisturiser with hydrating squalene. I can't actually pronounce that. This is a gel moisturiser. I was really intrigued to try this because I was like, oh, what's the formula going to be like? Is it going to be creamy, watery? And when I opened it and found out it was a gel, I was actually quite surprised. As I've said before, like with my eye creams, I tend to prefer more like creamier products that absorb well. I don't like to feel greasy, especially being acne prone. So I was a little bit like, oh, okay, because I'd heard really good things about this. My friend is really into beauty and skincare too, so I know that she knows her stuff. And I was like, okay, I really want to see how you work because you're meant to be quite the moisturiser. And I must say, even though it was a gel, it did its job really well. It didn't, again, like kind of like the Body Shop body yogurts, it absorbed very well, but it didn't dry me out. It didn't like mattify. I still felt nourished. My skin still felt moisturised. It was a little bit of magic, and my skin was very happy using this. So I'd say if you're into your more gel-like moisturisers, just get this because it's a gel, but it works wonderfully at hydrating. Well, it did for me. If you're acne prone like me, didn't block my pores, didn't aggravate my acne, all around quite calming. No scent that I can remember. Yeah, I wouldn't, no scent. This is Happy Bunny, sensitive skin, this is your one. You like a gel moisturiser, this does it all. You've not tried a gel moisturiser and would like to give it a whirl, try this one. You've got acne, you're worried about being oily, doesn't seem to aggravate those on me, try this one. So yeah, I'd say 10 out of 10 for that. I thoroughly enjoyed that face moisturiser. Works really well under makeup, and I'd say that was a pretty holy grail of last summer. It worked well in my skincare for the summer. You know, the sweatier months where you feel like your makeup is dripping off your face. Next up, oh, we're back on The Good Company. Sorry, not The Good Company. That's the zero waste brand that Zoe and Alfie talk about. Anyhow, it is the Only Good Hydrating Mist and Facial Toner. So at the time, I was on the lookout for a new toner. This is kind of like a hybrid product. It's like a face spritz and hydrate spray, whilst also being a toner. It contains blue plum, chamomile and hyaluronic acid, which I was really sold on because it sounded really nourishing and moisturising and giving you plumpy goodness to your skin, and working on the my skin's balance to keep it happy and reduce the risk of flaring up my acne. I tend to look for toners that are more nourishing and moisturising rather than like a stripping toner. I've found with my acne that really does not bode well, and it doesn't give a healthy balance, and if anything it just aggravates it more. So the hyaluronic acid and the blue plum and the chamomile, that really swayed me, and I like the sound of it. Now normally these like mist toners I'm not a huge fan of, because I find when you put on a cotton pad you don't really get much product, you lose a lot of it on the cotton pad. And if you spritz it on, I'm like, do you pat it in? Do you let it air dry, or will it evaporate? Like, I don't know. So I must say, I think I found that with this, using a cotton pad, the cotton pad does tend to soak up most of the product. So I just spritzed it on after cleansing, just let it soak in, maybe sometimes patted it in, and it seemed to do its job well. I'd say it's not the most, I don't want to say not the most powerful. It's not like the Body Shop Aloe Toner, which you really see what it's doing, you really feel what it's doing. I feel like it's a gentle, understated toner that does work some magic. And yeah, it was just a happy addition. Maybe if I didn't use it, I think there was a point where I didn't use it, I felt like I was still missing something in my skincare routine, but it's very subtle. So I think if you're in the market for something that's nice and calming, if you've got sensitive skin, if you want just a little bit of hydration, not necessarily massive boosts of hydration, I'd really recommend this toner. Maybe one day I might try it again, but I must say I like the plumpy goodness and super hydration that aloe toner from the Body Shop gives. So yeah, I'm going to try, definitely. Okay, next up is another one from Flawless Beauty, and this is their luxury body wash in Oriental Bliss. Do you know what? I forgot all about this. I'll just show you that there. This, oh, that smells lovely. Do you know what? This scent is Frangipane and Jasmine. I think my mum got me this for my birthday, or maybe Christmas, or maybe the one before last year. I have no clue. Gosh, I completely forgot about this. Yeah, she must have got me it from the Zero Waste shop. Oh, I completely forgot. Yeah, I don't remember using this much. But you know what? It smells gorgeous. I tell a lie, I think I do remember it. And it was lovely. Again, not one, maybe, I don't know if I would repurchase again, just because I kind of didn't remember it, but at the time when I used it, I think it was lovely. This, do you know what, I think more than anything it was the scent. It's very relaxing, very calming, very spa-like. Yeah, I remember it now. Gosh, this has been in here a while. So yeah, if you're looking for a nice, calming, soothing, spa-like body wash, I would recommend having a look at this. So yeah, that's the Flawless Luxury Body Wash in Oriental Bliss. A lovely one. The sun has drastically gone in for the night now, and I'm aware this video is now going to be very, very dark. I did try this with my lights the other day and it didn't quite plan out. I'm still in the early days of learning to film and stuff, so I really am going to have to work out my lighting setup and just my filming setup, really. I only have a small area to work in, but we'll get there. So I'm going to leave that here as part one of my huge beauty empties review. If you enjoyed it, there's definitely going to be a part two. And thank you so much for watching this one. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it wasn't too boring, because I really need to work on not waffling too much. I think we're probably about halfway through all of them. I'm going to rest my voice now. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in part two for the rest of the empties. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up please if you liked it. And as I've said in other videos, if you have any video requests, please comment below, let me know, because I would love to film more things, especially if you want to see them. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in part two. Bye for now.